nigga, can you teach her something? Can you educate her? Can you build her mind up? Oh, you ain't about that. You just want to go pay for her nails to get done, pay for her car payment, pay for her apartment, and now these chicks is running around talking about Birkin bags, and I'm looking at the bag like, yo, does the shit teleport you from one goddamn room to the next? If it don't teleport you from one room to the next, if it does the same thing that a fucking bag does at any other designer, the fuck is you talking about? How are you coming at me telling me that if I can't buy you that bag, I ain't shit? Bitch, spell Birkin. And I'm not even talking about just women, period. Men, nigga, spell Birkin.
Yeah.
And don't look at the fucking thing. Spell it up the top of your head. I don't know how to spell it. Just shut the fuck up. Before you can tell me about something, spell Cadillac. Spell Lexus. You know what I'm saying? Spell Benz. Yeah. They priorities is fucked up, dog.
They do it for the community.
Dave Chappelle stand up on Netflix. Is it closer or closure?
I think it's closure. I'm not sure. Mm-hmm.
He said this is gonna be his last motherfucking stand up on Netflix, and he addressed the LGBTQ TBC community.
I got you. You talking about with the comment as far as what he said concerning the baby?
Well, I mean, the whole fucking episode, he's kind of stayed focused on the LGBTQ community.
Well, see, I didn't see the whole thing. Reality of the matter is that there's always been an agenda. It's always been.
You mean like a gay agenda?
Well, I'm not going to say a gay agenda. I'm just saying an agenda. Period. I don't necessarily know if I would say there's been a gay agenda per se.
But there's been an agenda to demasculate black men. Most definitely.
Well, I think that. Okay.
Come on.
Well, listen, brother. This is what I am gonna say. You understand what I'm saying? Every black man ain't a criminal. Every black woman isn't on welfare. Every Spanish woman, you know what I'm saying, white or Asian or whatever. Those are narratives that's put out there because if that's all you see, that's what you believe. Do I think that there is an outright agenda to demasculate the black man? I wouldn't necessarily say that I'm wholeheartedly sold on that, but it wouldn't surprise me if it was. But I don't think that it's necessarily black men as is adverse to like just period. And I'm only going by my experiences. I'm not saying that this is the case. I'm not saying that this is everybody, but I know in my experiences dealing with certain gay women and certain gay men that, you know, they really, one of their biggest pushes is to try to, as they say, turn out a straight person. I don't think that you can turn somebody out unless they want to be, or unless that's the line. Then that's what you want to do. I mean, I know dudes that sniff cocaine, but it ain't never make me curious to sniff it. You feel what I'm trying to say? So yeah. I've always subscribed to the point whereas if you do something, you have a legitimate interest in it. Now, can people be manipulated when they're not emotionally set? Can people be influenced to go in a certain direction? Oh, of course. Now, if we getting into that, well, you shouldn't put the influence out there. It's just like just being born in the hood don't mean that you got to necessarily go and sell drugs. It don't mean necessarily you got to go rob stores. It don't mean necessarily you got to drink liquor. These are things that if you do, you have a natural curiosity about, or you feel like, oh, it's okay. So if you feel that way, how am I to say that, because they put the images out there, that's that's on an agenda to demasculate the black man. It may be a hidden agenda. I'm not arguing that point. I'm not saying you're wrong. What I'm trying to say is that I just come from the place of, it don't matter what you put out there. It's either I'm gonna do it or if I'm not gonna do it. If I'm not gonna do it, I'm not stressing it. You know what I'm saying? That may be an OG thing, but that's just how I am. It's funny because I was having a conversation with the guys in Whistle once, and I remember we were talking about a certain subject, and I just straight told them, and it wasn't anything disrespectful, like we wasn't beefing, but like I told them, I was like, the OGs that I come from where I come from, how you supposed to move, this is how you move. And if you move in any other direction other than that, then you just, you know what I'm saying, you on some sucker ish. Straight up. I think that the youth now are on this, they supposed to live their life on camera. And they don't realize that they're giving up their privacy by doing that. In their mind, it's like, oh, well, I don't care. It's like, yeah, but dog, 30 years from now or 20 years from now, somebody's going to hold that against you. You understand what I'm saying? Like, they sit up here now and tell you that it's okay, but we know scripters. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you could do something and you could do something at 15, never do anything, and then you turn 30 and somehow or the other somebody got that information and now they're using it against you. It's 15 years ago. And it's not even about the length of time, it's just a situation of where don't give somebody the bullets to the gun to shoot you and then get mad when they do it. Yeah, and I think that that's what we're going to start to see. We're going to start to see a lot of people get judged based on their past, and they're going to want to stand behind the, well, that's what I did when I was young and I didn't know any better. But it's like, yo, they may let it go, they may not. I don't know what the future.
I mean, shit, that shit's going on right now, man. Look up, you know. So we were talking about Dave Chappelle. Does he have a backbone? Is he a cultural trendsetter? Does he speak to the culture? Does he speak to the people?
I think Dave Chappelle is not. I don't know necessarily if he's trying
just a clown that we just laugh at our issues.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I think that what he is, he reminds me of a George Carlin. He reminds me of the other comedian, the famous black Dick Gregory. He reminds me of those type of comedians. Yes. He's very, if you listen to what he says. Now see, the first time I saw Dave Chappelle was in DC and a small comedy club. So the comedy that he's doing now and how he approaches it, he's always been like that. So this ain't no new shit. The only thing that you getting more now is he just more vocal about how he feels about certain things. But all his stuff, he has like political satire. He has his comedy is funny, but in the same respect, it's poking fun at some of the things that we look at every day, and we just and people try to act like it's not an issue, but it is. So no, I think that he's definitely for the culture. I like Dave Chappelle. I love his comedy. I think he's going to speak the truth and be funny about it, and I think those are the best type of comedians. I think that, you know, you could have the regular ones that come up there and be like, yo, suck my dick, you fucking say that. And then you got these people like, you know what I'm saying? Then you got your little Wild, and you got, you know what I'm saying? You got different comedians. But I like Dave Chappelle. And the reason why I like him is because I'm the type of comedy that I like is the George Carlin, the Dick Gregory's, him.
Why the fuck didn't you finish watching it then?
Because I just didn't have to, because I got a life. And I'm just being honest with you. No disrespect to them.
Well, excuse me, sir. I have a life and I'm watching it. Anyway,
I'm not saying I won't.
Let me get my
I'm just saying,
together.
Motherfucker, you asked me.
Anyway, Kevin Samuels. Is he?
Let me answer the goddamn question. I have a life. I wasn't saying you didn't. I have a life. Yes. And it's just that I haven't sat down to watch it again, but I will. It's not that I won't. I like Dave Chappelle. Like, I'm just one of them dudes, dog, whereas, like, my best friend, he'll call me, because we like comic book heads, and he'll call me, and he'll tell me he watched, like, all of this stuff, and I'm like, all right, and then I may watch it 2 months after he told me, because my disposition is, yo, if it's funny, or if it's good, no matter when I watch it, it's still gonna be good. I'm not in a rush to see it just because it's out now. Like, that's
it's the best one he's ever made, because he hasn't made fun of black people in it.
Okay. All right,
Kevin
I'm gonna watch it, but I like him. I like.
You know Kevin Samuels?
Yeah, I know who he is.
Is he helping the fucking black community by exposing mental and social issues in the black community?
I think that Kevin Samuels, like everybody else that we spoke about, has an opinion. And I think that he has a viewpoint. And I think that he's one of those people to whereas he feels like his viewpoint is right, He may have some statistics. He may have some factual information to show certain things. Do I think that he can? Do I think that he can speak for every single person? No, he can't. But let me put you like this: if I got on your show, right?
Okay, wait.
Before we hold on.
Let me say this. No, wait.
Say that.
Let me say this.
What I'm gonna say. Then.
All right. What I'm saying is, let's strip away what he's on YouTube and all that other shit. Let's strip all that away. Mm-hmm. Do you think he's telling black women and black men the truth about why we can't come together and rise as a couple? Why we can't really achieve certain things together?
I can't say that he's telling the truth. I can say that he's spoken some facts that, depending on the person, the situation, and the circumstance, has truth to it. I don't think you can speak on everybody's situation. I don't think there's any human being on this planet that can speak to anybody's circumstance and say, oh, that's what it is, and I know because it is. No, that's egotistic. And I think when you do that, you're speaking from a point, and then he may say that, no, that's not egotistical, brother, that's fact, this, that, other, like you. And he may try to turn it on me. The difference is, I don't give a fuck what he says. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's not going to make me a difference either way. And it's not, I don't mean that in a respect of that, yo, he's not an intelligent gentleman. He doesn't know what he's talking about. He's not well spoken. None of those things I'm saying. What I'm saying is, and this is what I was getting ready to say before, if I watched your show, right, and I know for a fact that we're not going to be able to have a dialogue. The dialogue is going to be, this is what the fuck I think, because this is my shit, and if you want my shit, you going to listen to me. And you fucking going there anyway, you want to be famous. You want to get known. You want people to see you. You want attention. Why the fuck would you go in there if you don't agree with him? Why are you going to argue with somebody that it's his shit? He has control of it. You understand what I'm saying? It's not on the network. It's on cable. So he has total control as far as how the narrative goes. If he wants to. I thought it was funny at first when I first saw it.
No, it's serious fucking business because
no,
it's like,
I know.
When I
first saw it, I thought, yo, Jesus. He broke these things down. I'm sitting there like, ouch. Like, damn, mama. Like, yo, like but I think some of the stuff, I do think some of the things he says is true because there are a lot of women out here. And if you really think about it, it's still due to male manipulation because that's the narrative that's been put out there. Not necessarily from him, but I do think it's women out here that got dog, just go on TikTok. I think it's women that got unrealistic realization. It's like you saying you want a boyfriend, but you really don't want a boyfriend. You want all these likes and you want all these people to pay you mind, and then you think that somehow puts you in elite status. It's like, yo, mama, if anybody, listen, whether you this age or that age, if anybody walk out in their panties, we looking. If anybody's walking around bouncing with their breasts up and down, we're looking. If you show us a camel toe, we're looking. Why would if you sit in front of me with a camel toe, I'm looking. The only way I'm turning my head is if you're not attractive, it's smelly, and it's an issue.
I'm still looking.
You understand what I'm saying? So but do you see what I'm trying to say, dog?
Oh yeah, I understand exactly what you're saying.
So then how are you getting on these social media platforms and then being mad at the way that people come at you? You can't show me, not me per se, you can't show somebody your ass and all of the rest of this stuff because you want attention and you want likes. You don't even know what these people look like.
A lot of times they going on there because they want to know why they really want to know why they can't find nobody or stay with somebody. And you were saying why we always look into these people in social media but because they're the only ones standing up and talking.
But that's
because
I'll be out in
the streets, man. Ain't nobody out there on their soapboxes no more like they used to do in the 90s. Ain't nobody on the corner speaking to the people no more.
Right, dog. But
they on the phone. They on TikTok. They on Instagram. Because nobody is out there no more.
The same respect, dog. Listen to me, man. Listen to me, kid. If your toenails is grown and they poke a holes in your sock, right? And you wearing holy drawers. You don't shower, you shower every once and again, right?
Yeah.
Let me just say this.
I'm
You know what I'm
listening.
saying? You're not keeping yourself groomed. You know what I'm saying? You're not brushing your teeth. How the fuck do you walk outside and ask somebody why I ain't getting no chick? If you got, if my thing is this, if you have to create a body, right? And when I mean create a body, like you got to go get the fake, the lace fronts and all of it, and everybody else is doing it. My thing is this: why are you doing it? Because that's not what you look like. But because you can buy it, then all of a sudden, that's who you are. So wait a minute. So if the hair shortages was done today and there was no more wigs, that means you whack. But as long as we got the supply, you not. No, you still whack. Because you whack from the inside. The outside is just is the packaging, dog. If you put
But that's
shit
what
in the
he's
box,
telling them, man, and he's getting
right.
on them.
And I mean, that's why I said some of the things.
And let me tell you something. He didn't even
agree.
get famous. He got famous for fucking with the women, no doubt. But when he first started, he was talking to the men. He was telling them, hey, you need to do this. Hey, you need to do that. Walk out and be a man. Be this.
Right.
Stop going out there and you know, 50-50 and all this other shit. And then he started going with the women. But what I'm saying is, he's exposing something in the black community. And I get that. And he's exposing, to me, he's exposing a new battle of the sexes. Because now, everybody is out there, like, trying to verbally and trying to emotionally outthink each other. Because, like, right now, are you single?
Yes.
Are you dating?
I wouldn't say I'm actively dating.
No, you're not
I mean,
even...
I don't mean that. No, what I mean by that is that I'm not actively in a relationship right now, but
okay,
there is.
Without getting into your little business,
I see. No. There's somebody that I see.
If you were actively dating, if you were looking for a spouse, would you look
actively look for a spouse?
Let's say you were. Let's say you were. Would you be looking for somebody that's on your level wherever you at right now, or above?
What are we talking about financially, or are we talking about emotionally?
Mostly financial. The whole gambit. You know, the whole thing that you know, not that what you want, but as if what you want and what you need out of a spouse.
Okay. I was raised differently. You understand what I'm saying? And what I mean by that is that, and this goes back to speak of when I say we were cut from a certain cloth. How I was raised was, I wasn't raised like my grandmother and my grandfather was married. My grandmother, my grandfather. My mother and my birth father were married. Okay? I was raised by my stepdad. My stepdad and my mom were never married. But my stepdad and, well, my dad, because that's my dad. My dad and my mom supported each other. What am I? I'm 53. Yo, like 50, 53? 53 years, 50 years? I mean, they've had other people, but do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So I've seen a certain type of loyalty coming from New York, just like I've seen people break up, but I've seen people rock out. In other words, if I got you, I got you. You understand what I'm saying? And we build together. So that's what I'm on. So my thing is that if we come together as a unit, right? Regardless if I got the bread or if you got the bread, if we gonna come together to make it work, and then eventually we gonna all be on the same level, I'm good with that. Now, I'm against anybody using anyone. I'm against anybody not pulling their weight. But there's different types of things that you can do. I don't necessarily agree with the whole, yo, stay home, baby, I'm gonna take care of everything, and then when y'all break up, be like, fuck me. You understand what I'm saying? Because you put her in that situation. And now is not the time to get funny and be like, yo, you could have did this, you could have did that. Dog, did you put her in a situation to allow her to do it? Don't come back now after saying, well, you should have known, blah. Because if you believe in somebody, then you're gonna move like that. You're gonna trust them. And I've seen women who are good women trust their husband only for their husbands to fuck them over 20 and 30 years. Now, that's not to say everybody does that. That's not to say there aren't women out there that don't cheat and do the same thing. The reality of the matter is that I need you to be with me on the same level mentally and spiritually and emotionally. Because if we on the same page character-wise, the money and everything else is gonna come. Because where you are or your earning potential is based on a choice. You could have made a bad choice. You could have made an investment. You thought you were gonna make a whole bunch of money. Shit crashed. Now you go get a regular job. So that means because you don't make the money that I make, but even though you're trying to be an entrepreneur, you ain't shit. You understand what I'm saying? Now I ain't talking about you out there selling lashes and your lash business didn't work because you jumped on the bandwagon of everybody else. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about legitimate issues. You understand what I'm saying? You used to work for the city, or you used to work for the state, or you used to work for whatever. You got hurt and they tried to jerk you because things like that happen. Then you meet somebody else there they're in a good position, you not. But you trying to get your come up on and you trying to do whatever, but you're not using them. So that mean I dismiss you because you don't make the same amount of money as me? What the fuck does that got to do anything? Money is paper and gold, dog. That's rocks and trees. If these motherfuckers want that shit to be gone tomorrow, it's gone tomorrow. So you talking to me about how much money you make don't mean shit because they could push the button, it can be gone. Now who the fuck are you? You ain't got no conversation, you ain't got no intellect, you can't get out there and make it happen. So why the fuck I need you? When you was rich, I needed you because you had the bread, but now you don't know how to make it? Fuck away from me. That shit is corny.
Well, that's what he's talking about. I know. A lot of times in our community now, the women are making more money and they're frowning upon the average man.
Oh no, I don't like that. Women. Now I don't agree. I don't think that men should do it to women, and I don't think women should do it with the men. Yeah. But that's the narrative. That's the narrative.
That's what I'm saying, like,
and it's wrong. Oh no, that's wrong. I don't agree with that. But that's the narrative that they put. But then again, who pushed that narrative? Are we really gonna be totally honest? Who's pushing the narrative? It didn't come from a woman. A man to try to get some pussy would walk up to a chick and be like, "Yo, he can't do nothing for you. I can." So you understand what I'm saying? You was already flaunting. You was already flaunting. Yo, I could buy you this, I could buy you that. Nigga, can you teach her something? Can you educate her? Can you build her mind up? Oh, you ain't about that. You just want to go pay for her nails to get done, pay for her car payment, pay for her apartment, and now these chicks is running around talking about Birkin bags, and I'm looking at the bag like, yo, does the shit teleport you from one goddamn room to the next? If it don't teleport you from one room to the next, if it does the same thing that a fucking bag does at any other designer, the fuck is you talking about? How are you coming at me telling me that if I can't buy you that bag, I ain't shit? Bitch, spell Birkin. And I'm not even talking about just women, period, men. Nigga, spell Birkin.
Yeah.
And don't look at the fucking thing. Spell it off the top of your head. I don't know how to spell it. Just shut the fuck up. Before you can tell me about something, spell Cadillac. Spell Lexus. You know what I'm saying? Spell Benz. Yeah. They priorities is fucked up, dog. So
but that goes, like I say, it all goes back to.
And look at the people that's saying this, dog. I'm not trying to.
It all goes back to
look at the people that say anything. Look at the people
media, the world perpetuating.
But it's what you accept.
It's what you
accept. It's what you accept, man.
It's what we see.
Somebody fuck you. It doesn't matter if you see that. If you say, hey, I'm not doing it. See, dog, let me tell you something about you, and I know this about you. If I told you, yo, G, I need you to do whatever you say, I'm not fucking doing that. If you're not doing it, if you don't want to do it, it don't Jesus got to come through the door to make you do it. Yeah. Am I right? Am I wrong?
You're absolutely correct.
Motherfucker. So that's the same thing with me. So this other shit that people, that shit impresses them because they didn't come from somebody putting their foot in your ass telling you better not follow these motherfuckers. That's how we grew up.
You know that's what I'm saying. There's people that are leaders, and there are people that are, I'm not going to call them followers because I don't feel like my black people are followers, but there are people that ride with the elite people.
I'm saying, and you ain't got to say.
We have
got some sheep. We got some sheep.
So, as shepherds, we have a responsibility to lead.
You're absolutely
our
right.
sheep in
You're
the right
absolutely
direction.
right. You're absolutely right. That's a true statement. I will not disagree with you. That as shepherds, we have a right to lead by example and to show people that there's a different way and a better way to do things. And I think that's what we're lacking. We don't have that. We don't have a lot of shepherds. We got a lot of people that's wolf in sheep clothing, but we don't have a lot of shepherds. We don't have a lot of people that can take that.
No, we have a lot of
and lead.
We have a lot of sheep that's been dressed as shepherds by higher powers or whoever.
that got their own agenda.
Yeah.
Right. Which plays back into the question that you asked me earlier as far as is there a hidden agenda? And I said there might be. I'm not necessarily totally convinced yet, but that doesn't mean because I'm not totally convinced yet that I don't believe that it's possible. I'm just saying that they haven't. I guess my mentality is like, yo, you can want to do whatever you want to do, but that doesn't dog, trust me. I've had not outwardly, but I've had gay men try to hit on me and I redirect them. Nah, I'm not, that ain't me, kid. No, I ain't you do you, but that's not how I get down. I like the verses, I do. I don't always like the lineups. You understand what I'm saying? I think for a little bit, some of the lineups wasn't really on the same level as it should have been. I think they could have got a little better matchups. But but I know when they first started what it was. It was more so like if you were into music, you would know. Now it's kind of evolved into something different.
As if regular heads of community, like regular people that are still heads of community, like that one guy in your subdivision that you always go to fix something, or to help you, those are the people, and I'm shouting out them, and I want them to step up. Those are the leaders that we need because we don't have them anymore. We're led by internet sensations now.
Yeah, we are.
And I wish that we had I want us and these type of people to have a different type of thinking to, like, it's okay to step up. Let's just, let's stop waiting for someone else to lead. And we're the leaders. Let's start leading.
You're right. I agree with you. But we gotta lead by example. We gotta just do it.
We gotta do it. We just gotta do it. And that's what the Crack King from the Crack King podcast is doing, is just fucking doing it.
Just do it, baby.
Yeah, fuck you, Nike. Your shoes are too high.
I can't do this cat right here. Yo, I love you. I look forward. Let's build. Let's get it in. And this
is the Crack King from the Crack King podcast. Special friend to the show, MistaJazzLuvah. Always ready for the shit. Always ready for the content.
Always ready. I'm ready.
If you like what I'm doing, man, like and subscribe. I see you out there. I should not have more views than subscribers, people. Please, come on. I'm doing HBO. Help a brother out. Let me get to 100. I'm trying to get to 100 subscribers. That's what I'm gonna do. That's my goal.
We do that.
Let's get to that bitch.
Stop looking and start liking and pass that on. You know what I'm saying? Support. We need to support each other. Like I told my guy, I'm just telling y'all just out there, period. I told my guy, I said, whenever you need me, I'm coming. No ifs, no ands, or buts. And he knows if he call me, I'm there. So we got to support each other. Okay, if you like what he's doing, let people know, man. Because that's the only way we're going to get this stuff popping. That's the only way we're going to get this stuff truly successful, is to help each other and stop feeling like it don't take nothing to say, yo, it's dope. If it's dope, it's not costing you any money to just hit the like button.
That's not. And if you don't like it,
don't like it. Exactly.
Comment down and tell me what you want me to put on there, and I'll put it on there for you. How about that?
Oh, let's see. My boy done spoken, so y'all need.
Because I'm all over the place. I can talk about anything. I can review anything. If you want to see me do something different, put it in the motherfucking comment section. MistaJazzLuvah, let everybody know where they can get your new music, where they can come check you out at.
Yo, they can check me out on Instagram at MistaJazzLuvah. I have a YouTube page. I have the same thing, MistaJazzLuvah. I have a SoundCloud page. I will be releasing stuff, but me and my man need to do a podcast all the time. I'm trying to get him to get me on it.
Oh man, you know you come on anytime. You need to start texting. You know what? I'm not gonna entertain your bullshit. I'm not gonna entertain it.
I love you,
I'm not gonna do today, man. That's what I'm not. I'm gonna start fucking. Why don't you hit me one of them notes from that old school that hit you had?
What you talking about, brother? I don't know what hit you talking about. You talking about Always and Forever?
Always and Forever. Hit a note off that bitch.
Always in. See, I done cracked already. Always and forever. Each moment with you is just like a dream to me.
And you.
That somehow came true.
Hey, that's all. Don't give him no more. Don't give him no more. Don't give him no more.
He's gonna tell me not to give him no more. I ain't gonna sing it. I'm done with this kid. I'm out. Holla at me, guys.
All right, man. I appreciate you, man.
This is the Crack King Podcast. A breath of fresh air when it kicks in.